Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make my little snowman. I'm going to make him exactly like this. You can change the color of the bands if you wish to whatever color you would like. I'll be using the dark blue jelly for the hat and the mitts and the scarf. I will be using one loom, and our loom will be in its original position with the arrows facing down. To let you know about how many bands I'll be using is approximately 190 white bands, about 90 of this dark blue jelly bands, 3 orange, and 3 black. I will also be using 3 4mm pony beads for the buttons. I will show you how to use the bands. So the size for the pony beads are 4mm by 7mm. And I'm going to get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the arms. I've made one, and then I'm going to show you to do one, and you're going to pause the video to make another. So I'm going to start off with double white bands, and I'm going to go down the loom 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to take 3 of my dark blue jelly, so the color that you would like to use. I'm going to go down once. Now I'm going to take a single blue band and I'm going to cap the end 3 times. 1, so go around, wrap it. 1, 2, and 3. Now you could pause the video right now and just copy and make a second arm. I'm going to show you how to loop. You're going to reach in at the bottom and you're going to move that cap band out of the way, and you're going to grab the bottom 3 bands. You might want to hold the cap band down so it doesn't come off, and you're going to go forward. Now you're going to remove off the loom, and you can just remove this off your hook and place to the side. Now I'm going to show you how to do the face extension. I've made one, so I'm going to show you how to do one, and then you're going to pause the video to make another. This is going to be quite simple. You're just going to take double white bands and you're going to go down the loom 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're going to take a single white band and you're going to wrap it around the end. You're going to cap it 3 times. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. Now grab your hook and we're going to loop up. So reach in at the bottom, move the cap band out of the way, and grab the bottom 2. Again, if you want to hold the cap band down and go forward. And you're going to remove off the loom. You're going to put this to the side and pause the video and make yourself another one. Now I'm going to make the scarf. So it's just a basic single chain. We're going to take single band and I'm just going to go down the loom 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I'm going to take a single band and I'm going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're ready to loop up. So reach in, move that cap band out of the way, grab that bottom single band, hold the cap band down, and go forward. Now I'm going to take a single band and I'm going to do a slip knot at the top. So reach in, grab the end, bring it through, and we're just going to tie a knot. And then you can just remove this off the loom and put to the side. Now I'm going to show you how to do the body. So I'm going to start off with 3 bands for the neck, and I'm going to go down once in the middle. Now for the shoulders, I'm going to use double bands throughout. You're going to go from the left up to the center, and then center down to the right. Now we're going to go down on the right 4 times, and then on the left 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat on the left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to close this off, so I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. I'm going to fill in the middle, double bands, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can push your bands down at the bottom here in the middle, and I'm going to take a single band and cap this now. We're going to go around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to take the double bands and I'm going to go down once on the right and once on the left. I'm going to attach the arms now. So grab the arms, you're going to put back on your hook. So you have 4 loops around, and I'm going to slide this on the second peg going down on the left. I'm going to do the other arm, back on my hook, and slide on the opposite side on the right. Now I'm going to attach single band and make triangle bands, the holding bands. So right below the arms, you're going to make a triangle, then another one, and one below. So you have a total of 4 triangles. Now I'm going to do the right leg. So I'm going to take double bands and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom on the right side. I'm going to take double bands and I'm going to go down in the center, starting at the 3rd peg, counting from the bottom. So you're going to go down twice in the middle. 1 and 2, just like that. Now I'm going to take double bands and I'm going to close this off. So I'm going to go from the center down to the right. I'm going to take a single band and I'm going to cap the end on the right 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now taking a single band, we're going to double this, making a triangle as a holding band, and the triangle is going to go sideways where the point is facing to the right. Now I'm going to start to loop this leg, and I'm going to start on the right at the bottom, moving this cap band out of the way and grabbing the top 2 bands, which are going up to the center. Now I'm going to loop up the 2 sections in the middle. So reach in at the bottom, move these bands out of the way and grab the bottom 2 bands. Go up and again. Now with your hook, you're going to remove the bands in the center and you're going to place them on the 3rd peg going up from the bottom on the right. So remove and slide over. Now I'm going to loop up on the right, and I'm going to loop up 6 spots and stop. So I'm going to go at the bottom here, move these bands out of the way, and grab the bottom bands and go up. This would be 1, 2, reach in for the bottom, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we stopped at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your 7th peg. This is where I stopped looping the legs. So what I'm going to do now is remove the bands off the center because we need this to do the left leg. Now what I'm going to do is remove, with your hook, you're going to remove the bottom bands, and I'm actually going to remove all the legs, all the bands for the legs right off and leave it like this. Now to do the left, double bands, we're going to go all the way to the bottom on the left side. Now taking double bands, I'm going to go down in the middle twice, so I'll have to start at my 3rd peg, counting up from the bottom. So this would be 1 and 2. Now we're going to close this off, so I'm going to go from the center down to the right. Push your bands down. You're going to take a single band, and you're going to cap the end on the left 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We need to make a triangle bend, so I'm going to place the point at the left. So we're going to put our triangle sideways. Take a single, double it, and it should look like that. Now we're going to loop up, and I'm going to start on the left. I'm going to move this cap band out of the way and grab the top 2 bands, and they're going up to the middle. Now I'm going to go up in the center, move these bands out of the way, reaching for your bottom 2, and loop up 1 and 2. Now I'm going to remove the bands off the middle at the top here with my hook, and I'm going to slide them on the 3rd peg going up from the bottom on the left side. I'm going to have to turn my loom. Now I'm going to loop up on the left 6 times. So move these bands out of the way, grab your bottom 2 and go up. 1, 2, push my bands down. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now again, I'm just going to remove the bands in the middle here for the leg, and I'm going to remove the leg off these pegs so they're going to be stuck at the 7th peg going down, just like the other side. So this is what you should have. Now I'm going to show you how to do the belly. And if you're going to use the pony beads, I'm going to show you how to place them here. If you're going to use bands instead of the beads, yours will just be plain like this, but you're going to make it how I'm going to explain. It's going to end up looking like this one. So basically, either way, either option, you're going to take double bands, and I'm going to go on the right side, right below where the legs are. I'm going to go down 4 times, 2, 3, and 4. Now on the left, go down 4 times, right below the leg. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to close this off, so I'm going to go from the left down to the center and the center up to the right. Now, if you're using the bands, you're just going to fill in the middle, starting at the peg above the right. You're just going to fill in the middle using double bands. If you're using the pony beads, we're going to slide a single through the pony bead. So just squish the single band and then push it through to the other side. And one more. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with the pony beads is take double white bands and go down once. You're going to take a single band, go down once, and place a pony bead. You're going to take a single band, go down once, and place a pony bead. And one more time, a single band, and then a pony bead right on top. And take double bands and then fill in the rest at the bottom here in the center. So if you're choosing to use a band instead of the pony bead, you should have double bands white going down, and that's it. Now I'm going to place holding bands, so we're going to make a triangle starting at the pegs below where we started. We need 4 of them. So just go right below, making triangles. And now take a single band, and we're going to cap the end in the middle 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we have to make the holding bands just a bit tighter. For either option, your pony beads or your bands, we need to make these holding bands tighter. So grab the bottom of the holding band with your hook, and you're just going to go around the peg on the right. To each one. Grab the bottom and go around. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop up this option for the beads, and then I'm going to loop up and show you the option for the bands. I apologize now because I don't know how to explain it doing it both ways. So the option with the pony beads, I'm going to move the cap band out of the way and grab the top 2 bands and go forward. In the center, just grab the bands at the bottom here and loop up. Now if you want to go ahead, you're just going to reach in at the bottom and do the right and then loop up the left. But I'm going to show you this one in the center first. I'm going to reach in at the bottom, moving the cap band out of the way, and grab the bottom 2 bands and go up once. Now take a single band for your button color, and you're going to wrap this around your hook 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to reach in at the bottom here in the center and slide this band on and make a teardrop. We're going to do another one. You're going to wrap it around your hook 3 times, reach in, and slide the band on and make a teardrop. One more time. Single, wrapped 3 times, so there's 3 loops. Reach in and slide the band on, and then make that teardrop. And then you just go right to the top. Now this section will be the same as this section, so you're just going to reach in at the bottom, and you're going to grab your top 2 bands, which are going up to the right, and then you're going to continue to loop on the right. You're going to move these bands out of the way and grab the bottom 2 bands. Move the holding band out of the way and go to the top. Just grabbing the bottom 2. Reach in at the bottom on the left, and the same thing. Go straight up. Move the holding band out of the way. And now we're going to, so the same thing, just loop up. We're going to remove this off the loom. So I'm going to reach it on the right side first, remove the bands, then the center, and then the left. So reach in, and then you can remove off the loom. You can fix the loops. So if you have bands, it should look like this. If you're using the beads, you're just going to push through the teardrop to bring it to the front. And there you go. I'm just going to bring the holding band to the bottom there. It was on top, so no big deal. You can fix like this, and it should look like that. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to push this up on our hook a bit, just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in at the bottom in the center for the body, which is your 7th peg going down. I'm going to loop up 4 sections in the center, so move that cap band out of the way. Grab the top 2 bands, which are going up to the middle, and I'm going to loop up 4 times, so I'm going to stop at the 3rd peg going down in the center, right there. You might want to push all your bands down, and we're going to slide our belly on. So bring it down, fix the loops. You should have 12 loops around your hook. The first 4 loops are going on your 3rd peg going down. The next 4 loops are we're gonna slide on the 3rd peg going down in the middle, and the last 4 loops are we're gonna slide down on the 3rd peg on the right. So all you're going to do is pinch the first 4 loops, slide them on, remove your hook carefully, push your bands down, pinch the next 4, slide on in the center, and then the last 4 slide on. And make sure you push your bands down. Now you're going to take your hook and you're going to go through the cap band that we have at the bottom here in the center, and you're going to push and pull this body down and bring it around. Now we're going to attach the body, the belly. I keep calling it body. What you're going to do is with your hook, you're going to reach in for a bottom single band on this belly part. So just the bottom portion of the teardrop. So I'm pulling at the top. And with your hook, you're just going to grab any one of these single bands from the belly and wrap it around your 4th peg going down in the middle. Your next teardrop, the same thing, you're just going to grab a single from the bottom part of the teardrop, and you're going to wrap it around your 5th peg going down. We have 2 more teardrops that are not being used. So the next teardrop, I'm going to grab a bottom single and wrap it around the same peg, the 5th peg going down. There's the last teardrop. So you have the top part of the teardrop, and then you'll have the bottom part of the teardrop. So I'm just grabbing any one of these singles from the belly and wrapping it around the 6th peg going down. I'm going to repeat that on the left side. So the first teardrop is being used around the 3rd peg. I'm going for the 2nd teardrop, just grabbing a single band, wrapping it around my 4th peg going down. I'm going for the next teardrop, just grabbing a single from the bottom part of the belly, going around the 5th peg going down. The next teardrop, just the same thing, grabbing a single, going around the 5th. And then there's the last teardrop. From the belly, I'm just grabbing a bottom single. And going around the 6th peg going down. And this is what you should have. Now with your hook, you're going to reach in at the bottom in the middle here, and you're going to kind of just stretch out these bands. Loosen up some of the tension, and we're going to grab the top 2 bands, which are going up to the right. So reach and grab them. You can slide around your peg and bring it up to the right. Reach back in, grab the last 2 bands, slide around your peg, and bring it up to the left. Now I'm going to loop up on the left side, and I'm going to start at the leg here. So this is your 7th peg going down. We need to loop up the last piece of the leg, and you're going to go right up. So the next one, slide around your peg and go up. You're just going for the bottom 2 bands only. Reach and move these bands out of the way, grab the bottom 2, go on top of the arm, move the arm out of the way, and grab your bottom 2 bands for your shoulders. Now on the right side, I'm going to start where the leg is, and same thing, just go up. Move all these bands out of the way, just grabbing the bottom 2. See, bottom 2. And now at your 3rd peg going down in the center, we have this last section to loop up. And now the neck. You need to grab the 3 bands. I only grabbed 2. And now it's ready to remove off. So I'm just going to remove the sides first. I'm going to use my hook. And on the left. Reaching at the top here, I'm going to put my hook through and remove off the loom. And this is what you should have. So I'm just going to bring these buttons again through the front. And we're going to place this to the side. I have an extra hook, but if you wish, you can use the bottom part of your loom and leave it there. Now I'm going to show you how to do the face. So we're going to start off, I'm going to use double bands throughout. Double bands. I'm going to go from the left up to the center, center down to the right. Now go down 3 times on the right and then on the left. 1, 2, and 3. Now on the left, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to close this off, so I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. We're going to fill in the middle, so I'm going to go start at the top and go down. And 1 more. Now I'm going to place holding bands. So I'm going to make triangles on the 2nd pegs going down, 1 below, and then 1 more. We're going to push our bands down, and now we're going to attach the pieces that we made at the beginning. So I'm going to put this back on my hook, so we have all 4 loops around. And I'm going to attach the first one at the 1st peg on the left, and then the next one on the right. Placing back on, and on the right. Make sure all your loops are around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to the side of the face. I'm going to do the right side first. So with my hook, I'm going to grab those 3 loops. That was our cap band. And I'm going to bring this to the bottom 4th peg on the right and push to the side. I'm going to do this for the left, just grabbing the 3 loops at the end. That was our cap band. And I'm going to bring this to the 4th peg on the left. Now we have to attach this to the side of the face. So what I'm going to do is, the first loop is being used, I'm going to go for the 2nd loop, the 2nd teardrop. I'm going to pinch the top part of the teardrop so you can see. I'm just going to grab a bottom single band and wrap it around the second peg going down. Going to my third teardrop, I'm going to grab the top part of the teardrop and grab a single band from that bottom part and wrap it around the third peg going down. The last teardrop, I'm just going to grab a single band from the bottom and wrap it again around that third peg. So there's 2 teardrops wrapped around the third. I'm going to repeat on the left. So I'm just going to pinch the top part so you can see. And I'm going to grab a bottom band and wrap it around the second. The next teardrop, pinching the top part of it, grabbing a single band, wrap it around the third. The last teardrop, I'm going to do the same thing, grab a single and wrap it around the third peg. This is what it should look like. So it's attached to the face. Now push down. Now we're going to do the eyes. So I'm just going to use a single black band and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 loops. I'm going to push it up and I'm going to do this again. Another single wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 loops. Now I'm going to slide this on a single white band, attach to your hook, support with your finger, and you're going to pinch the bands and slide on. And I'm going to attach this on the second pegs going down on the left to the right. With my hook, I'm just going to separate the eyes to either side of the loom. Now we're going to make the nose, and I'll be using the orange bands. So I'm going to take a single orange and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 loops. We're going to do this one more time. Wrap 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to slide this on a single band, but we're going to double it. So you can support with your fingers, attach, and you're going to slide the bands on. And I lost the band. Sorry, give me a second. Attach, slide on, and grab both ends. Now if you need to fix the nose, just the loops around, now is the time to do it. Just making sure that they're all flat and nice and neat. And we're going to slide this on a single white band. Attach, and you're going to slide right on top. And we're going to slide this on the third pegs going down on the left to the third peg going down on the right. Now I'm going to push the bands down in the center and I'm going to attach the body. So if the body's at the bottom of your loom, you just want to put your hook through and remove and slide this on the bottom, in the middle, at your chin area, and push the bands down. Now I'm going to do the mouth. So I'm going to take a single black band and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So there's 3 loops. I'm going to push up a bit. I'm going to reach at the bottom here in the middle, grab the top 2 bands, and I'm going to slide this black band on. So before making that teardrop, you just want to slide it on and then go forward. I'm going to reach back in at the bottom, grab the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the right. Reach back in at the bottom here in the middle, and the last 2 bands will be going up to your left. Now I'm just going to loop up on the left all the way to the top, and I'm just going to reach in for the bottom bands, the bottom 2 bands. So you just want to reach and move all these bands out of the way, grab the bottom 2, and you want to slide around your peg and then go forward so your bands don't break. Move all the bands around, slide around, and go up. And to the top. On the right, Move these bands out of the way, grab the bottom two, go forward. And now the center. So starting at the fourth peg going down, go up, and you want to go around the nose. You want to make sure that the nose comes through. So I'm just going to pull with my fingers and then continue going up. Now I'm going to take a single white band and I'm going to do a slip knot. And then I'm going to take a single blue band, the color of my hat, and do a slip knot. So it's up to you. You can just do one slip knot with the color of your hat, just for extra support. For me, I'm going to do two. So just bring it over and do a knot. And then I'm going to take a band the color of my hat so I can attach it after to the hat and do a slip knot. I'm going to remove off the loom. Just with my hook, I'm going to do the sides so I don't stretch the face after. Going to reach in and remove. So this is what you should have. You really don't, I don't think you'll need to fix. Just going to fix the eyes by moving them around so they're nice and flat. And the mouth. And now we're going to attach the scarf. So basically, I'm just going to bring it around, and I'm going to bring one end of the scarf, so I'm just going to go through the loop in the back. Sorry, let me move the loom out of the way. With my hook, I'm going to go through any of the loops here in the front. So I'm going through the third loop, and I'm just going to go through any of the loop in the back and just bring it through. Just like that. And you can hide the slip knot through any of the loops. And now I'm going to show you how to do the hat. So now we're going to do the hat. And basically these are the rows that I'll be going around. I'm going to start using double bands. And I'm going to go from the left up to the center, but I'm going to just twist the band and make a figure 8. For our first row, we're going to use double bands and making figure 8s. So just twisting it. So now we're going to go from the center down to the right, and you're going to go down 3 times on the right, double bands and twisting. So 1, 2, and 3. We're going to close this off now. So I'm going to go from the center up to the right. This is your 5th peg going down in the middle. Now we're going to repeat on the left. We're going to go down 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and close it off. From the left down to the center. Now we're going to go with our next row right on top. So I'm going to start at the left, up to the center, center down to the right, single band, and just going straight. Go down 3 times on the right, 1, 2, and 3. Closing it off from the center up to the right, and repeat on the left. Go down 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. Close this off from the left down to the center. Now we're going to grab our hook and we're going to reach at the bottom in the middle here, and we're going to bring 4 bands over. So I have 2 and 2, just the bottom 4, so you have 2 left. We're going to start on the left and work our way around, bringing 4 bands over on each peg. So you have 2 bands left over. So 2, and then the next 2, 2, and 2. 4 bands over. At the top center, bring 4 bands over. Now on the right. So each peg all the way around your loom should have 2 bands left. You're going to push your bands down, and we're going to do our 3rd row. So from the left up to the center, center down to the right, and go down 3 times on the right. We're going to close this off from the center up to the right, and go down 3 times on the left and close it off. Grab your hook, and you're going to bring the bottom 2 bands over. So you'll have 2 bands left. Top center. So 2 bands are left. Push your bands down, and we're going to go for our 4th row. Left up to the center, center down to the right, and go down 3 times on the right. We're going to close this off from the center up to the right and repeat on the left. Close it off. And again, you're going to grab your hook and you're going to bring the bottom 2 bands over, starting at the bottom. And we're going to go counterclockwise. Just make sure you grab 2 over on each of the pegs. And you should have 2 bands left over. Push your bands down, and we're going to go for our 5th row, and our last one is where we're going to close off the hat. So left up to the center, center down to the right, and go down 3 times on the right, close it off, and repeat on the left. Grab your hook, and you're going to bring the bottom 2 over again, so there'll be 2 bands left on each of the pegs. Push the bands down. Now for our last row, we're going to do the exact same thing and then just add a couple more bands. So from the left up to the center, center down to the right, go down 3 times on the right. We're going to close it off from the center to the right, go down 3 times on the left, 1, 2, 3, close it off. And now we're going to fill in the middle like we're doing the face for a figure. So starting at the top, we're going to go down 4 times in the center, 3, you might want to push your bands down gently, 4. Now we need to attach holding bands, so I'm going to use a single band, double it, and make a triangle. So double, I'm going to make a triangle on the second pegs going down, another one a single doubled, make a triangle right below, and we're going to do one more triangle. The only thing you want to make sure is none of your bands are overlapped, so they're all nice and neat. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my hook and I'm going to grab the bottom 2 bands and bring them over. Starting at the bottom, and I'm going to go all the way around, just grabbing the bottom 2. Make sure your bands are nice and flat. At the top center, the bottom 2. On the right, bottom 2, bottom 2, bottom 2, and bottom 2. Now at the bottom in the center, you're going to push these 3 loops down nice and neatly, and you're going to take a single band, and we're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to loop up as if we're looping up the face for a figure. So you're going to reach in at the bottom, move this cap band out of the way, and grab that top single band and bring it up to the middle. You're going to continue to loop up in the middle. So just grab that band and go forward. Push the top middle down slightly. We're going to reach back in at the bottom. In the center, move that cap band out of the way and grab your next top single, and you're going to bring it to the left. I'm going to loop up on the left now. So basically you're just going to reach in and you're going to grab that bottom single band and you're going to go forward. Reach in, move these bands out of the way and grab the last bottom single band and go forward and make a teardrop. Same thing. Move the bands out of the way, grab the bottom single, and move this single band out of the way at the top, grab the bottom band and bring it up to the middle. We're going to repeat on the right, reach in at the bottom, in the center, grab that last single and bring it up to the right. You're going to move all these bands out of the way and grab that single band and bring it up. Move all the bands out of the way, grab the bottom single, so you're just grabbing the bottom single. Okay, so I can't loop this way. Just grabbing the bottom single. Move that band out of the way, grab the bottom, and bring it up to the center. Now at the top center, we are going to bring 3 bands over. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take a single band and we're going to do a slip knot now. So reach in at the top, grab the band, grab both ends, and slide over. With your hook, you're going to remove all the bands on the sides of the loom. And with my hook, I'm just going to reach in and now remove. You can fix up the hat. Just move it around. Flatten it nicely. And now the slip knot, we're going to hide. So with your hook, you're going to reach in the bottom here, and you're going to come out with your hook just beside the slip knot. You're going to grab it and just bring it inside. The hat's not going to fall apart, so I'm just going to hide it right inside, if I can grab it. Okay, I'm going to cheat here. Go through the bottom. And just flatten out the top. Now we're going to attach the hat. You could hide this white slip knot if you wish. Just bring it through. Just going through the bands, grabbing the slip knot, and just bringing it towards the back. Now for the hat, I'm just going to place it on, or maybe I'm just going to take my hook, go through whichever part you want for the back. I don't think it really matters. And I'm going to go through one end here, put my hook through, grab that slip knot, and just pull through. Gonna bend the head to the sides a little bit, grab the slip knot, and now what I'm going to do is just hold the slip knot with your hand, go through part of the hat, grab the slip knot, and I'm just going to hide it a couple of times. If you want, you can just bring it through and attach with a C-clip. Nobody will be playing with this one, so I will just keep hiding. And he's done. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below. I have a lot more designs to load, and I will see you next time with another. Bye for now.